Celebrating 10 years on the air, Bay Area Quiz Kids presents the best and brightest local high school teams competing in a tournament of knowledge. Brought to you by the San Mateo Credit Union, Kaiser Permanente, and Samtrans. And now, give it up for the best host on the West Coast, Brad Friedman.
Hello, everybody. Well, here we are after a long, exciting season. We're here at the final match. The top two teams have emerged to compete against each other. We've got two terrific groups of gentlemen who are going to compete today for fabulous prizes. Over here we have a wild card team that has risen from the bottom and shown through prowess, skill, and intelligence that they have what it takes to be in the final two, the Bellarmine Bells. And over here we have a team from a school that has been in the final two, including number one, more times than I can count, the Harker Eagles. So let's see what happens with this exciting final match as we begin with the collaboration round. You guys excited? Yeah, good. Yeah, I'm excited, because I just have to ask them. I don't have to give any answers, except when you don't get them. But you guys are going to give me all the answers. I'm going to ask your team a question in this first round. The first few seconds, you get to collaborate, and then give your captain, Garrett, or Anand the chance to give me the right answer, score 10 points. If you give me the wrong answer, the other team can get to steal them. We'll see how much stealing goes on and how many points get earned in this first round. Good luck to both teams. Bellarmine, here's your first question. Not 2 weeks after its cover article discussed the questionable success of the HP Compaq merger, Carly Fiorina was dismissed. What is this business periodical known for its 500 list?
Forbes. Forbes?
No, I'm sorry. You can steal.
Fortune.
That is right, Fortune. Speaking of me, this person first appeared on a romance novel cover in 1987. He was an Italian model who couldn't believe it's not butter. Who was this Friedman look-alike?
Yes. That's very Benito Mussolini.
40 points for Bellarmine, no matter what they say.
Fabio.
Fabio is right. 40 points for Bellarmine. Evaluate the integral of the function cosine of x dx over the interval negative pi to pi.
Zero.
That's right. Fabio would have known that too. I'm going to say your question in Italian. Compute the sum of the complex numbers 4 minus 2i and negative 3 minus 5i.
1 minus 7.
1 minus 7i.
Correcto. Probably named for a tribe who lived in the area. They extended to the Czech Republic, Slovakia, Poland, Ukraine, and mostly in Romania. What are these mountains that begin on the Danube River and surround Transylvania in a semicircle?
The Carpathians?
That's right, the Carpathian Mountains. Home of Dracula. My Butterfly, an Elegy, this author's first published work, brought him $15. Who also wrote the poems Mending Wall and Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening?
Frost.
Robert Frost is right. Major League Baseball spring training competition is divided into two leagues, Cactus and Grapefruit, based on the states they are played in. In what two states does spring training take place?
Arizona and Florida.
Correct for 10 points. The name of this city comes from the Spanish word for ash tree. What is the sixth largest city in California located in the Central Valley?
Fresno.
That is right for 10 points. In mathematics, what is the term for any irrational number that is not algebraic? Examples of which include e raised to an integer or pi.
Transcendental.
Yeah, transcendental.
You got it for 10 points. It was its own state in the 1950s, but now a region divided between India and Pakistan. What region, of which Lahore is the largest city, means land of 5 rivers?
Punjab.
That is right for 10 points. At the end of the first round, we are tied 50-50. Great way to start our final game. We'll be right back to talk to our teams after these messages. Welcome back. This is the last game of our 10th season. We celebrate 10 years on the air, which is twice as long as the Dick Van Dyke Show, so I think we're doing pretty well. But we will be back for an 11th season. If you want to join us in our studio audience, give us a call at 650-637-1936. We'll send you tickets. Now, both these teams are essentially winners because both are going to receive fabulous prizes. Our grand prize winners are going to jet off to Costa Rica, courtesy of our friends at ACIS, for a lovely, exciting, and educational trip. And our second prize winners are going to receive a cash prize courtesy of 2 groups that have been incredibly generous to us for many years. And they are in our audience today. I'd like to introduce you to the members in the funny hats of the Golden Gate Commandery number 16 Knights Templar stationed at San Mateo and the Burlingame Scottish Rite. Welcome, gentlemen. We thank you for your support. Don't we thank them, Garrett?
We do.
Thank them, Garrett Kingman. Thank them.
Thank you.
It's very nice. I understand you like to go skiing.
I do. I like to go skiing a lot.
So you just recently took a trip up to the snow.
We went to Dodge Ridge. We stayed with my grandparents, who live a bit under an hour away from there. So we spent a couple of days with them. We went up and skied during the day. And then one evening after we went skiing, we went and saw Fiddler on the Roof.
Really? In Tahoe?
No,
or?
at a local theater, the Sierra Repertory Theater.
Oh, yeah, I know SRT. That's very nice. It was a good show?
It was a great show.
And the skiing was good. They've had some
It
good
was
snow.
amazing. The weather was absolutely perfect.
Wonderful. Good. James Hill, you did a little bit of bartering betting, a little bit on the recent Oscar Awards. How'd you do?
Well, I found out that one of my teachers was holding a pool, and though I wasn't able to enter because it was in his classes, I made my own picks, and I actually went 12 for 13, my only miss coming in Best Foreign Language Film. I had made sure to see all 5 of the Best Picture nominees so I could know really what I thought should win versus what I thought would win.
12 for 13 isn't bad. It's not bad.
It was a good group. Though I didn't enter any pools myself, one of my friends who I had let look at my picks and he used them for a pool he entered, he won that pool and he gave me a cut of the money because he said he felt I deserved it.
Oh my God, you're like a future agent right there. Good for you. Nitin Egbert. Nitin Egbert, you were telling us something's coming up at school that you're going to take part in.
Right. There's a senior beard contest. It's a 15-year tradition. 15 years. Speaking of the Dick Van Dyke Show, I intend to grow Van Dyke.
A Van Dyke. So when are you going to stop shaving?
I did.
How many weeks ago did you stop shaving?
Just this Thursday.
Oh, okay. Well, it's coming along great. Let's give a big hand to your coach, Chris Fleetus. Anand, how many times have we talked together? Probably, I mean, has it been 2 years or 3 years you've been on the show?
I think I played once 4 years ago, too.
Okay, so it's been at least 3 years.
Yeah.
So we've had a lot of interviews. And every time we have an interview, you're about to say, let's talk about Monty Python, and then we come up with something else. So today's the day. You're a senior. It's your last interview. So it's time to talk about Monty Python's Flying Circus. Go.
Okay, well, I was sort of introduced to Monty Python's Flying Circus by my history teacher in 9th grade because he showed
Good
it to
teacher.
us. Yes, so he showed us Monty Python and the Holy Grail and said, this is an accurate depiction of medieval life except for the silliness. So, yes, and then I was sort of like addicted after that. I like the absurdity of Monty Python.
What I like is that, what are you, 17, 18?
16.
16.
Well,
we did this when I was 16, 400 years ago. So you're just doing the stuff I did when I was a kid. There is nothing new under the sun.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel great about myself now.
How disappointing for you. Vikram Nathan, you're even more pathetic than Anand. You have nothing to talk about. You've run out of science bowls and Olympiads and everything, so you want to talk about Mr. Physico's gummy bears. Go.
Yeah.
Oh, and you got people in the front row very excited.
Yeah, so we had this math teacher. I've had him in 9th grade. I'm having him again this year. And he's known a lot for giving out special treats. His most famous are gummy bears. So pretty much every day we pester him to give us more gummy bears. And depending on how he feels that day, whether he likes us or not, or how much we're annoying him, he'll give it to us.
So this myth that Harker students are in it for the learning, for the gathering of knowledge, for the chance to create a viable career and to help the world in the future.
It's a lie.
It's a lie. Yeah. It's for candy.
Yeah.
It's for... Okay, I hope you get cavities.
If you're watching Mr. Physico, I should get more
Yeah.
gummy bears.
No,
than him.
I get more gummy bears.
Now we got to move on. Anand and Vikram have almost ruined everything, but Alex Hugh is going to save it. Alex, I'm giving you your forum. Go.
All right, so there's this girl I've liked since freshman year. She's the kindest, most intelligent girl I've ever met, and, well, I just have one question for you.
It's Katie, right? Katie, and you're asking Katie to the prom in case you couldn't read your handwriting. And I told you the things to say, so if she says yes, I get 20%. Not of Katie, just of whatever you earn in a salary after high school, okay?
Yeah, that's kind of heavy, but okay.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, now I realize how little it means to you. So I hope she says yes, and we want to hear how the prom goes. Let's give a big hand to your coach, Bradley Stoll. Well, we have about 2 minutes left to play the game, so we'll be right back after these messages. Oh, before we go, the man who tried to get us away, our judge, Frank Simone. I'm sorry, Frank. We will be right back with the lightning round. It's time for the lightning round. Okay, let's go right into play, you guys. Hands on your buzzers, 10-point questions. First guy to buzz in gets to answer for his team. Give me the right answer, you get the points. Give me the wrong answer, the other team can collaborate and steal. If you buzz in without giving me the right answer, the other team will get to steal that points away. And if you buzz in before you give me the right, before you hear all the information and you don't give me the right answer, I will complete the answer for the question for the other team. That was the worst set of instructions I've ever given on Quiz Kids history. Let's go. 50 to 50. What Caribbean nation saw a slave revolt led by, yes, Alex?
Haiti?
Haiti, yes. What term usually indicates that the notes of a chord should be played in sequence? Usually, yes, Vikram.
Arpeggio?
Right. Equal to 1 lumen per square meter. What? Yes, Anand.
Candela.
No. What measure of illumination is also the Latin word for light?
Lumen.
Lux. Oh. One example of this is a kitten that stands a meter away from a box and every hour walks halfway to the box and therefore, yes, Nitin.
Zeno's paradox.
No. Never gets there. What is this mathematical concept? Usually a straight line that a curve approaches but never hits.
Oh,
Asymptote. Asymptote.
That's right. What English folk hero, who first appeared in Piers Plowman in 1377, was known for his material redistribution of wealth? Yes, Garrett.
Robin Hood.
Right. He would have gone to the North Pole, except he found out that Fred Cook and Robert Peary beat him there. Yes, Garrett.
Amundsen.
That is right. British soldiers were captured and imprisoned in a 14 by 18 foot, yes, Garrett.
Black Hole of Calcutta.
Right. What pop artist was famous for using Ben-Day dots in creations such as his painting Wham? Yes, James.
Liechtenstein?
Correct. This book was seen as attacking fascism the same way Animal Farm attacks Stalinism. Yes, Garrett.
1984.
No. What story by Richard Adams tells of a group of rabbits forced to escape from the threatened home?
Watership Down.
Right. Sharing the 1931 Nobel Peace Prize with American educator Nicholas Murray Butler was what woman who, using the model of Toynbee Hall in London, founded Hull House? Yes, Garrett.
Adams.
Yes. Who, upon the death of Yasser Arafat, became chairman of the Palestinian Liberation? Yes, Anand.
Abbas.
Right. The location of a point is determined by a distance from the origin to the point, and the angle between the, yes, Vikram.
Polar coordinates?
Right. What is the colloquial term given to the men's NCAA basketball tournament? Yes, James.
March Madness.
Right. Convert 135 degrees into radians. Yes, Garrett.
3 pi over 4.
Right. The subject in the title of a song by The Clash. It takes its name for the Arabic word for citadel. What is this location that The Clash, yes, Anon?
Medina?
No, that The Clash rock.
Casbah. Casbah.
The Casbah.
The Casbah is right. At what 1876 battle was the cavalry commanded by, yes, Garrett?
Little Bighorn.
Right. Someone wrote custard instead of Custer here. Oh my God. What chemistry term is defined as a long repeating chain of atoms formed through the, yes, Garrett?
Polymer.
Right. From a word meaning exaggeration, what conic section is represented, yes, Anon?
Hyperbola.
Right. He wrote several scripts for The Twilight Zone, but is more known as a pure science fiction writer. Who authored The Martian Chronicles? Ours, yes, Garrett?
Bradbury.
Right. A leading scientific group has announced its intention to boycott in which state because of a new state law that would open, yes, Anon?
Louisiana.
Right. Also called an Einstein-Rosen bridge. What is this? Yes, wormhole. Yes. What penalty is called by an official in a game of football if a player makes an illegal block by hitting the opponent? Yes, James.
Clipping.
Right. What degree with a two-letter abbreviation is conferred upon those who successfully complete law school? Yes, James.
JD.
Right. Calculate 7 factorial divided by the quantity 3 times 5 factorial. Yes, Anon.
14.
Right. That is the end of the round. Let's look at the score. 140 for Harker, 190 for Bellarmine. Things are heating up. Let's see what happens when we return with the final round of the season.
Kaiser Permanente. Thrive.
It's time for the last extreme lightning round. As our floor director just said, this is it. Point values are double. One of you is going to come out first, one of you is going to come out second, but you're all winners in my book. Good luck to both teams. Give the one-word name of the Florida town where you'd find the Kennedy Space Center. Yes, James.
Canaveral.
That's right. Given the two equations, x plus y equals 5 and 3x plus 3y equals 15, how many possible yes, Vikram?
Infinite.
That is right. It is estimated that it will impact the Milky Way galaxy in, yes, Anon.
Andromeda Galaxy.
Right. What fort near Louisville, Kentucky at one time held the British crown jewels, the Magna Carta, and currently, yes, James?
Fort Knox.
Right. Loki would be this god's, yes, James?
Trickster.
Sorry?
Trickster.
No. Would be this god's Norse equivalent. What creature in Native American mythologies is known as the trickster spirit?
Jackal. Isn't the fox? Jackal. Jackal.
Coyote. What name was used by British intelligence as the code word for the attempt to decipher German communications in World War II? Garrett.
Purple.
No. You can steal.
Some park.
No answer.
Operation Ultra. Visited many times by European explorers in its history, what city on the west coast of India was a colony of Portugal? Yes,
Goa.
Right. A parabola is defined as a set of points equidistant from a fixed point. Yes, Neaton.
And the directrix, a line.
That is correct. In between sea voyages as a merchant marine, he wrote his first novel in 1950, and it would be 7 years until what beat author's novel On the Road? Yes, Garrett.
Kerouac.
Right. Quite modern in terms of physical appearance. What are these earliest European examples of Homo sapiens called? Yes, Anon.
Cro-Magnon.
Right. Frederick Barbarossa and Richard Lionheart embarked on which? Yes, Garrett.
The First Crusade.
No. Which crusade? An attempt to wrest the Holy Land from Saladin.
Third Crusade.
The Third Crusade. Active in the Revolution as part of the National Convention, he voted for the execution of Louis XVI, but is remembered as a painter. Who is this French neoclassicist? Yes, Garrett.
David.
That's right. 2 minutes to go. In a deck of cards with jokers removed, I declare the one-eyed jacks and the suicidal kings to be wild. If my goal is to draw the highest card possible, what is the probability that I draw one ace at random? Yes, Garrett.
1 and 8.
No.
113.
7 in 52. What was this council session held in a German city where Luther argued yes?
Diet of Worms.
That's correct. In English, this word can mean the exercise of authority. What is this word that in Latin means let it be? Yes, Vikram.
Oh, wait. Sovereignty?
No. You can steal.
Complacence.
Fiat. Minute to go. Egyptians would use this bird to serve as their symbol for the letter M. What is this nocturnal bird of prey? Famous. Yes, Anand.
Owl.
Right. John Locke wrote one concerning human understanding. Yes. I'm sorry, Garrett.
Enquiry.
No. Alexander Pope's dealt with man and criticism. What is this kind of prose writing often written in history and English class?
Essay.
Right. Scientists believe that the origin of this element is extraterrestrial. Yes, Garrett.
Iridium.
Right. What is this bay in Sydney, so named for the diversity of plant? Yes, James.
Bay of Fundy?
No. So named for the diversity of plant and animal species found there.
Bay of Plenty.
Botany Bay. From left to right, what are the numbers in the fourth row of Pascal's triangle? Yes, Garrett.
1331.
That's right. Makruk and shogi are international varieties of what typically two-player board game where players attempt to achieve checkmate? Yes, Garrett.
Chess.
Yes. The end of the game, the end of the match. 280, 370. Bellarmine wins and are our champions. Congratulations, gentlemen. Congratulations, Harker, on second place. Thank you for joining us this season. We'll see you next year. Brad Freeman saying bye. Very nice job, you guys.
The following underwriters helped to make this program possible: San Mateo Credit Union, Kaiser Permanente, Samtrans. Tournament champions will win an all-expense-paid trip to Europe, courtesy of ACIS. Additional support provided by the Burlingame Scottish Rite of Freemasonry, the Knights Templar, and National Academic Quiz Tournaments.